Hi everyone, and this is John Sneisen from the Economic Truth Report here. We're just going to do a quick little fun thing today, and I thought it would be, telling to do one of the great things that Bank of Canada is working hard to help people with, and let's look at a recent survey they had. So we're gonna go ahead and do the survey of Bank of Canada. We're gonna see what they're up to. Now let's take a look here. So as you can see, Bank of Canada just tweeted, hey Canada, we need your input. Our public consultation on the potential of digital Canadian dollar is now live. Have your say by June 19th. Okay. So I guess I got this. So we'll have to do a reply. Now, first of all, I replied with my little tweet here. CBDCs has been in the works for a long time, as you've been hiring dozens of employees. What would make the government deploy it? Question mark. Another protest? Yeah, like little, anti-government totalitarianism protest, maybe. Anyways, so let's go and do the so this is a survey that they put out, and actually this is the first time I see it, so you guys get the joy of seeing what the government is up to together with me. Well, let's look at this little fun video that they have here. Exploring a Canadian dollar. Okay, well, let's watch this. It's exploring. Yeah, you've been hiring people, dozens already. Actually, let's go back here. I don't think you have the volume here. Let's just close it. Sorry for this. My fault. We'll go back and share the screen again here. Yes, we forgot to add that. Anyways, let's watch it again, guys, and enjoy.
How Canadians pay for everyday things is changing. Some are using less cash in favor of other payment methods. To keep up with the changing ways that people pay, the Bank of Canada is exploring a digital Canadian dollar, also known as a central bank digital currency. Simply put, this would be a digital version of cash, but it wouldn't replace cash. It would have the same dollar value, and it would be accessible to anyone and everyone.
Wonderful.
You could use this digital Canadian dollar to buy everyday things, just like you use cash or a bank card, but it would be different. Unlike cash, you wouldn't need to carry multiple bills or change.
Ah, exciting.
Like
so
a bank
much more
card,
convenient.
it would work for both in-person and online purchases. Similar to banknotes, it could possibly still be used when the internet is not available. Just like the cash in your wallet, it wouldn't earn interest. But it would be secure and private.
But it would be
you
negative
could keep your
yielding
digital
because
dollars
of
securely
inflation.
on a phone, a card, or another device. At this point, at the Bank of Canada, we're still studying the possibility of issuing a digital Canadian dollar and how it might work.
But we hired plenty of CBDC
Tell us
employees.
what you think about a digital Canadian dollar by taking part in our public consultation.
Oh, thank you. We will give you your input very promptly here. Okay, so let's go and see what this is all about here. You may have heard of that the Bank of Canada is working on something called the central bank digital currency, or a digital Canadian dollar. It doesn't exist yet, but we're getting ready. But we're getting ready. So let's see what that means. So I guess all those employees that you hired was basically for this. Let's see. Let's see what the message is. It's a public consultation, of course.
Here at the Bank of Canada, we're exploring the possibility of issuing a digital version of cash. not to replace cash, but to ensure Canadians always have access to a safe,
Member of the Rogers
stable,
family,
and
of
official
course.
payment option in an increasingly digital world. You may be thinking, I don't need a digital Canadian dollar right now, and you'd be right. But Canadians may need one in the future. So the bank has to be ready if and when Parliament makes that decision. Part of being ready is hearing from you. Your input will help us make choices about the design of our digital dollar, ensuring it's convenient, easy to use, and meets your needs. So please head over to our website and fill in our survey.
So the Rogers family, for those of you that are not knowledgeable about the Rogers family, actually in Canada, the Rogers family runs, the biggest telco company in the world. Well, not the world, sorry, in Canada, which is Rogers Communications, and too bad. Like I grew up in Norway where we had 50 telco companies competing. Of course, now Rogers bought Shaw Communications and became one of the biggest in Canada. But anyways, back, I diverge from that because we're going to look at in case the Parliament will create, one. A digital dollar would be similar to Canadian banknotes, but in digital form. Okay, okay, so we're not gonna. You just watch that basically. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little tour of I went to the Bank of Canada Museum and I remember they were mentioning Bitcoin and so on about digital things, and they didn't really mention it at the time. This was like 2017, 18, I believe, when I think it was 18 when I went to Ottawa at the Museum of Bank of Canada. But let's digress. Let's actually take the survey now. Yes, we are. So now you know my age. Not. Do you currently live in Canada? Yeah, I do, yeah. Have you ever heard about central bank digital currencies, digital dollar before taking this? Yes, I heard about it. I'm familiar with the concept. I guess we are. Which of the following payment methods have you used in the last month? Please check if anyone. Okay, so I used all this, but we're gonna have a little bit of fun with Bank of Canada. I prefer not to answer Bank of Canada. A digital dollar, a digital Canadian dollar could have similar characteristics as cash, with added benefits. Be used to buy things in person and online. Be used to transfer money between family and friends. Be accessible to everyone. Work offline when the internet is not available and power is down. Be secure, resilient to cyber attacks and other threats. Yeah, I guess, but anything that's digital, guys, is susceptible to this. Um, and I'll be very curious to see how it will work online. If the power is down and your network device doesn't work, I'd love to see how that's going to work. Check to use this privacy, okay, I guess, but not the privacy of if you want to, say, stop somebody from doing something. Be accessible to everyone. I love that. Inclusion is the key, of course. Be used to transfer money between friends and family, so you don't have to use that pesky cash, that gives you actually privacy. Be used to buy things in person and online. Oh, fantastic. Canada's currency, the Bank of Canada, is the only authority that can issue banknotes in Canada because they got the monopoly on, the minimum exchange. A Canadian dollar would be the same. It would be issued and backed by the central bank. However, it's possible in the future that private digital currencies like Bitcoin or CBDC issued by foreign countries could be widely used in Canada. This could compromise the role of the Canadian dollar in our economy. Oh, geez, that'd be terrible, wouldn't it, if the Bank of Canada would be compromised by Bitcoin? How important is it for Canadians to continue to access a form of money that is directly backed by the Bank of Canada? Uh, Very unimportant to me. Uh, do you value any of the following about money directly backed by Bank of Canada? Okay, it's easy to use. It's available to everyone. It keeps its face value, which is totally fraudulent statement because look at the face value of the Canadian Maple Leaf, for example. Let's see if we have. Oh shoot, I don't have one here. But you have got a face value on that. That changed quite drastically since it was issued. For example, the silver is $5. But now it's worth $40, almost $45 Canadian. So I guess that didn't keep its face value. Anyways, it's a private way to pay for things. It's safe and secure method of payment. It's widely accepted. So do you value following about directly? Well, I don't value anything, issued by central planners. Anyways, most Canadians have bank account and have many credit cards. However, who don't have bank accounts or credit cards can use cash. Cash is widely a method that works online, which means that if there is power outage or internet connection, cash gives everyone the opportunity to be a part of the economy. A digital dollar could be designed with the same objective in mind. So how will you accomplish that? I'd love to see it. In your opinion, how important is a digital dollar be designed in such a way that makes it accessible to all Canadian? Very unimportant. Fuck you. Sorry for the language. In your opinion, what design feature would you like? Would a digital dollar, Canadian dollar, need to ensure universally accessible by Canadians? An example, abilities. Okay, let's specify here. The ability to track and trace every transaction in or to give every Canadian uh, a score to promote obedience. Yeah, we had to correct that so we get. Anyways, so we're just trolling. Do you have any kids? No, but I got dogs. Does that count? How interested are you in being having a payment method in addition to cash that works offline when the internet is down or if there's power outage? Well, I'll be very interested, but not Bank of Canada issued. I got my own power outage friendly medium of exchange, guys. If you could use the Canadian dollar offline, how often would you see yourself using it? Never. So trolling. Uh, Security and resilience. Currently, people can use cash with confidence when making payments. Um, Similarly, a digital dollar would be designed to have the highest level of security, resilience against cyber attacks and other types of threats. For example, the threat of the government not wanting it to make that transaction. If currently using Canadian dollars, digital payment methods, debit cards, online money transfer, digital wallets, how concerned are you about security of these methods protecting your money from cyber attacks, theft? So taxation, is that what you're talking about here? Is this taxation? Protect me? Will it protect me against taxation? No, it's the total opposite. Read the book The Curse of Cash by Kenneth Rogoff. Number one reason for a digital currency is the ability to collect taxes more efficiently from the peasants. Okay, so of course I am, but we're not telling them anything here. I trust Bank of Canada to issue the Canadian dollar that is secure, meaning it is resistant to cyber attacks, can't be stolen or tampered with. But it means that, yeah, I strongly disagree with that because they just can't. Why do you disagree? Because issuing the okay, so we just I just basically tell them that we don't trust um them. Because why do I disagree? Because issuing a digital currency making me believe you will keep its value is a lie, as you have a poor track record through history with the current form of the semi-digital Canadian dollar. Privacy would be a key feature with the Canadian dollar, but it would have to be balanced with other priorities. With other priorities. What that could be. Cash transactions are private. Digital transactions may require collecting certain information about uh, to verify clients and to ensure the funds are available. A future digital dollar would have to comply with the laws and regulations around personal and privacy and personal information, fraud, money laundering, and terrorists. So AML, we're going to follow the AML, don't worry. These rules already apply to the use of cash in Canada. Fantastic. I feel safe right now. Below is a list of items that might be into importance of you. Please rank the top features, importance of inputting the number beside each of them for ranking. One would be the most important. 5. The ability to control who in the private sector has access to transactions. Oh, nice. Ability to control who in the private sector has access. Ability to recover lost or stolen money based upon personal information. So control in the private sector. Where's the public sector? Okay. Ability to make transactions where personal information is protected, but in compliance with under money laundering law. Ability to receive limited amounts of money anonymously. Okay, so that's number 1. Ability to hold limited amounts of money anonymously. Ability to give, refuse, withdraw consent to the use of my personal information. Yeah. So let's just do this here for fun. Okay, let's see what we got here now. Organizations involved in payments are legally required to follow a strict, transparent process to access safeguard that include your identity and transaction record. So strict and transparent process. So it's transparent to the government, everything about you. How much would you trust organizations listed in this process? Oh, oops. Yeah, that one wasn't very good. Anyways, to design an official digital dollar, we understand that what features are important to Canadians. Some choices will need to be made. What can and cannot be included. Okay, to help us consider these choices, We would like you to know what features you would like to value the most in a new form of currency. Let's see here. So no internet connection needed. Yeah, that's number one. Loyalty points. Oh yeah. Build to earn interest. That means that it's you're increasing so it's not keeping its purchasing power. Ability to review transaction and remain in balance. Who cares right now? Ability to make international payments. Ability to recover lost fund after device lost or theft. Sure. Ability to integrate seamlessly with my current accounts. No transaction fee. Ability to make transactions without having a bank account. Ability to dispute payments and obtain a refund. Ability to make private transactions. Okay, sure. Which of the following would you use a digital dollar for? I would not use a digital dollar. Fuck you. How would you prefer to use the digital Canadian dollar? I would not want it in any form or way into my life. Are you in any circumstance where you think you would prefer using a Canadian digital dollar instead of current payments method? No, there are no circumstances where I would even touch that garbage. How much do you agree with the following statements? I'm confident that the Bank of Canada would consider public feedback. Pretty much strongly disagree with that. Confident that the Bank of Canada would continue to provide Canadians with official means of payment. You pretty much are going to struggle with that over the next decade. Bank of Canada should be researching and building the capability to issue digital dollar. Regulation should be introduced to require merchants to accept. We're going to force everybody by legal tender laws. Do you have any general comments on the idea of Canadian digital dollar? Would you like to share it with us? Sure, I would. Uh, yeah, I think that's a proper reply here. We're just gonna check my bad English here. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, let me tell you my answer about this. Do you have a general comments of the idea of a digital Canadian dollar that you would like to share with us? Sure. Through the Bank of Canada's brief history, the current Canadian dollar has lost almost all its value since its inception. A digital dollar will make this misuse much easier through government spending and debt issuance in the commercial banking sector. So I will stick to mediums of exchange that historically always keep their value, keep their purchasing power, and would not not trust any form of currency that is issued from any form of monopolistic force. Thank you for your survey. The information you provided is following will remain confidential and help us analyze the data. I really appreciate the confidentiality. I'm not going to tell you where I'm from. And I would not answer anything. We will find word of resistance against the digital dollars and strike them with a nuke. That's why they want the postal code. Sure, I'll tell you how old I am. Ah, you want to know my taxes. So in case I I'm not gonna answer. Oh, any part of equity seeking group. Other. Okay, or should we troll them? Okay. Yeah. Some for what I wrote there is oh, come on. Are you part of any equity seeking group? So member of visible minority, indigenous, LGBTQS2S plus person with disability. Well, I'm gonna answer. I'm for equity for mediums of exchange, so they can keep their value. What are the highest level of education you obtained? I got no degrees. Where did you hear about this consultation? Actually, on social media, I'll tell you that. Sure. You can know where I found it. I really appreciate this. So thank you guys for joining me for this. Yeah, let's just go back here. Let's stop sharing. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the Canada survey, and I hope you do it as well. Survey.forumresearch.com/SEE. I believe that. Just use this. You might find it. Anyways, search for it and leave, if you're Canadian, leave Bank of Canada your choice words. Anyways, this is Josh Tyson. I hope you enjoyed the little fun, and you have a good evening, and we'll see you soon. Bye.